President of Basketball Operations, Mr. Lawrence Frank, joins us. Good to see you, sir.
Great to see you guys, too.
I tell you what, Minnesota was busy at the trade deadline, but so are you. Let's get right to it. Marcus Morris, and I've read the quotes from you guys. I mean, this guy is literally the Clipper DNA that you guys have talked about the last couple of years.
Yeah, and Marcus is a guy, obviously, we've targeted for a while. He was a priority for us going into free agency. Unfortunately, we couldn't come to an agreement, but he fits exactly what we need. And when you study our team, we've had 3 months to watch our group. The one thing that really stood out is that we needed to double down, not just on shooting, but on another two-way player, just to give Doc some more versatility. Marcus fits, not only just with his toughness and competitiveness, but he's an elite three-point shooter. He can also create his own shot, which is vital in the playoffs. But he's a veteran guy who's been around winning, and the thing that stood out doing all our background is everyone who's coached him, he's so coachable, he's great in the locker room, is very adaptable. So he's a guy that we made a priority and very fortunate that we were able to acquire.
Lawrence, was there any other deal that you kind of looked at and went, wow, that's pretty important to that franchise?
Yeah, I thought there was a number of deals. I mean, I thought what Minnesota did is in the sense that obviously they've been struggling and there's really only two holdovers on their team. I thought what Houston did was very interesting, doubling down really on small ball and shooting. Golden State's move just with the answer. I mean, I think you really have to study it and see how it impacts not just short term but long term. And for different teams, there's different incentives. Sometimes there's business decisions. Sometimes it's more of a future play. So it was a very interesting trade deadline.
A lot of noise was made in the offseason for you guys when you got Kawhi Leonard. From afar, we all knew that Kawhi was pretty good. What's impressed you? What has surprised you about Kawhi now that you see him on a nightly basis?
His daily habits are unbelievable. I mean, and the Czar has been around a lot of great players as well. There's a reason why the great are great. The commitment he makes every single day, his work ethic is second to none. How he treats his body, the work he puts into it, what he eats, what he doesn't eat. Look, you're at our shoot-arounds and practices. You see the work he puts in. It's unbelievable how detail-oriented he is and how precise he is. And I think for him, he just continues to ramp up. You see how he just continues to improve over the course of the season. He's really a tremendous player.
I would think, Lawrence, that you have to be happy with the tremendous flexibility that this roster has, because you can go in a number of different directions now with the pieces you've put down.
Without a doubt. I mean, we can play small. We can play small and still be big. We can play big. We're able to play. We can put range guys at 5. We can actually play both our 5s together. That's what we wanted to do, is looking at our team, studying the conference, studying the league. Our job from a front office perspective is to put our players in the best possible position to reach the ultimate goal, and we're always looking for ways we can get better.
With all the different lineups that have been around here for the Clippers, was it hard for you guys to evaluate where you were at this point in time in the season entering the trade deadline?
Well, look, you're never going to have all the information, but you have to make decisions on the information you do have. So I think based on what we saw, the area that we wanted to really target was shooting, and specifically at the power forward position. Some could say, well, there's a need for a true point guard or another center, but really the way we play, the ball's going to be in your best player's hands. The league has evolved so much. So with Kawhi, Paul, Lou, Trez, it was vital to surround them with shooting. And our point guard play has been terrific between Pat and Lou, and the two-headed monster between Zoo and Trez has been great. I think Zoo's one of the more underrated players in the league.
So you targeted three-point shooting because you weren't happy with the last game when they shot like 900 threes and made 800.
It was a problem. We expected. We wanted. It's like you only got 53 up, whatever it was. Yeah. So we're kind of known, if you study our last 3 big trades, the timing is never quite great. When we had to trade for Blake, he basically, he hit like a game winner. Tobias like game winner. But the move is always for what's best for the team going forward.
Tell me the difference between the last 2 trade deadlines and this one. You were building, and now you're finessing. How much of a challenge? How different is that for you?
Yeah, it's different because before we were in that kind of competitive state, now we're a contender. And it's really identifying what it's going to take. And also when you're in a contender, the other teams aren't looking to help you. And also, there's also an assumption because you're in that contender status, you're not really looking to make many changes. So with it, there's difficulty making a deal. But New York was very, very good to deal with as a trade partner. And it also helps when you've targeted a player like Marcus for the time we did, it allows you time to lay some groundwork. And so we're very fortunate to be able to acquire him.
Paul George lays it in. Clippers trail by 7. Do you notice that maybe teams don't want to take your calls?
Well, anytime I call, no one wants it. From wife to kids, the czar. I mean, I got to beg him. The only reason, because we have a Bergen County connection, that maybe I can trick him. I'm like a deli going to deliver a sandwich to him. But, yeah, no one takes my call.
Lawrence, we appreciate your time. We know you got to get back. We got to go to break. Appreciate your time, my friend.
Thanks,
Clippers
guys.
are down 7. Back after this.
Did you enjoy that video? Make sure to check these out.
For more Clippers highlights, access, and original features, subscribe today.
I have to say this? I can't say this. People look at me crazy. I'm not using this either. Yeah, can we skip this part and then can we go to something else?